Yeah.
Lord, how are you?
You're good. What's the problem?
What's your name?
What's the problem?
Pardon?
What's the problem?
Is there a problem?
Well, what do you want to know my name for? You're trespassing.
I'm not trespassing.
She's trespassing. All you do is say she's trespassing.
I'm standing on your front veranda.
You have an implied right of access that's removed when she says you're trespassing. High Court, Banner versus Banner.
Just so you know, this is a recording. It's a body-worn video.
I don't care, mate. I'm recording you dimwit, all right? All right? Are they trespassing or not? If so trespassing, I'll go. They'll leave you alone.
Yeah, I let everyone to the door.
I know, but do you want them to go?
I want them to know what they want.
You don't have to tell them anything. Why don't you tell them that your daughter's been gang-stalked by the detectives, your niece is bent over a car, he had his crutch rubbed against her, and said, hang on, the Rego was out of Rego by 1 day, and he says, if you keep this up, you're going to go to jail. Then you have the Tracy Ford, or Tracy Stone, whatever she's calling herself these days, your chief inspector turn around, who I went to school with, by the way, your chief inspector turn up to her work and say, oh, we'll help you, we'll protect you. But it's the police who are gang-stalking her, organising her to get run off the road. She gets T-boned, $14,000 worth of damage, but the magistrate doesn't award criminal costs. And you're out here trying to play... put the dog in. Get in. And you're out here trying to play the Good Samaritan? You're out here trying to play the Good Samaritan? You're telling me you can be on someone's property when you can't be? All the High Court decisions say you can't be when the right of implied access has been removed?
Joseph, you're very loud.
I don't care. I'm talking. And they want to come around here and play the good guy? And they've just passed laws that if someone exposes criminal activity by the police or the government, they can be shot, they can go to jail, 3 months, no lawyer. Are we living in Nazi Germany?
Excuse me, someone phoned them. That's why they're here.
And you don't make excuses for them and you don't inform on yourself, okay? That's just stupidity. You don't talk to them because they're a foreign-owned entity. They're a subdivision of the New South Wales Treasury Corporation and that's registered on USEC. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission, New South Wales Treasury is registered on USEC. You're a foreign entity. That's where McDonald's is registered, on the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. But you'll nod your head, even though you get the pedophile Freemason badge on your hat, right? The Slipco tartan. There is no tartan.
Do you want to talk to me?
No, it's all right.
Can I talk to you out the front, please?
The reason why she's crying is because my daughter came in here bawling her eyes out. And I said, tell me what's going on. But she won't because she's been gang-stalked by the New South Wales police.
Too loud, Joe. No one can listen to you.
I don't care, Mum. I really don't care. My voice, my voice doesn't affect anything.
My husband is sick, so...
Your husband's sick.
Hey, what's the problem?
Do you want them here, Dad? Just say if you want them gone, they'll go.
No, there's no trouble here. It's just talking loud between each other.
Okay. I need you to go. Can I just speak to you out the front, please?
See what they'll do, Mum? They'll say, do you feel threatened? Do you feel afraid? And then they'll arrest me. As soon as you say that, right?
Okay.
But, no, but hang on a sec, hang on a sec. What if Fiona come over here crying? What if Fiona come over here crying?
I don't...
You don't know?
She's just upset.
About what?
Like I'm crying.
Huh?
For no reason.
No, you're not crying for no reason. We had an argument because Fiona... If you talk to them, they will use that against your family. Do you understand that?
Nothing to do with you.
They are not part of the dual government. They are not the government. They are a foreign occupying entity in this country. And they will split the family.
Who rang you?
Who rang me?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
A concerned member of the public.
You actually have to, if someone makes a complaint, he has the right to know his accuser.
Sorry?
If someone makes a complaint, by law, you have a right to know your accuser.
Okay, but there's actually no accuser here.
Well, then there's no complaint. You have to have a verifiable complaint.
It's all right.
No, I'm studying law.
It's okay.
I'm studying law.
That's
Well,
fantastic
who's the
for you.
verifiable complaint? Who's the verifiable complaint?
I want to speak to your mum.
Who's the verifiable complaint?
Is there a problem with that?
I don't control her. I'm asking you, who's the verifiable complaint?
Can I speak to you somewhere? Please? Thank you.
Dad, do you want them here or not? Do you want them here or not? They're targeting your daughter and you got to let her in the fucking house.
Huh?
They're targeting your daughter. They got your son sacked from PricewaterhouseCoopers. These bastards. They had him. They got him a job at ASIO and they sacked him after 30 days. Now he's got no fucking job. This is the head IT analyst for PricewaterhouseCoopers. And he'll stand there like, and he's happy to tase your son and shoot him, even though the Constitution says no state may maintain force.
You achieve nothing by losing your head.
I'm not losing the head, Dad.
Yeah.
Fiona comes in here bawling her eyes out, not because anything we've done, because of what these fuckers have done.
What I want to find out is who the reporter.
a concerned member of the public.
About what? Well, then you have to have a verifiable complaint, mate. Verifiable complaint.
What it was there was a male standing out the front of your property yelling and screaming. So we've come here to make sure everything's all right.
So all I'm concerned about is why do you have detectives bending my niece over, putting their crutch against their fucking nether
I have no
regions?
idea what you're talking about.
I know you don't, because
This is the first time
no,
I've
it's
ever
not.
met
It's on
you.
your cop system, mate.
I've never met
You're a
you
fucking
before.
liar. It's on your cop system.
I've never met
You're
you
a fucking
before.
liar. It's on your cop system. Every detail about anyone in this house is on your cop system.
many times
You're a
have I
fucking
seen you?
liar.
Mate,
Swear.
Joe,
Tell him he's trespassing and fuck him off.
Right for you.
I'm fixing the car. Tell him to fuck off.
The car's fixed and that's it.
Joseph, please, stop the word.
You're an idiot, Mum. They're targeting your daughter.
They're not.
They're targeting your daughter, and you talking to them.
Thanks for your
See you,
time,
Joseph.
Joseph.
No,
Thank you.
They're targeting your daughter.
Please stop
leave
it.
it,
They're
Joe.
fucking targeting your daughter, and you treat them like they're the friends.
Joe.
They're registered on USEC, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, the same place McDonald's is. And you're targeting my niece. Her car gets T-boned. She goes to court, no criminal compensation, even though the guy was on meth. My sister gets run off the road. I get run off the road coming back from a law meeting, exposing the politicians who are dual nationals. And they've got the Slitco Freemason tartan, the pedophile watermark of the Vatican. The Slitco tartan, the pedophile network, the watermark. More allegations and criminal convictions of the New South Wales police and magistrates than any other group in Australia for pedophilia. And they can't do fucking shit. Now I've got to get going. There you go. So I'm asking you for a certificate of proclamation. I'm asking you for the legislation you're relying upon to ask me for a ticket. Right? Get their faces and get their names, because they hate that, and so do their area commanders.
We'll record you too, mate.
Right? Just get their face. Now,
What do you want, video camera, mate?
hang on a sec,
Everything you
hang on a
say
sec.
and do is being
What?
recorded.
Hang on a sec,
You
I said
understand
I
that?
listen
to him. Do you understand that, mate?
Okay, so
What's your
I'm going
name?
to talk to one of you, not three of you, because
Okay.
every time we're going
You
to talk
can
to
talk
you,
to the senior officer then, mate.
So I've asked you to cite the legislation you're relying upon. I've told you that we pay you to come here and protect us on the train, the kids who are here, the young girls and young boys, and the women. But you're busy dragging people off for so-called ticket offences, engaged in commercial activity instead of protecting us. You're on the trains to protect us, okay? They have ticket collectors, and now because I've called you out,
You won't show me anything.
and now because I'm not
He
refusing to
He
show
didn't
you anything,
refuse
because I
him
don't
to show
have any
ID.
identification on me.
didn't.
I'm not required to carry identification when travelling.
Have you check who you are, mate?
You don't have to. There's no but I have committed no crime.
Have you know you're not
I've committed no
Do you
crime.
have a ticket for trouble?
There's no corpus delicti.
He's got a
Who's making
card.
claim against me?
He's got an Opal
There's
card.
no mens rea,
Oh, yeah.
there's no actus
I know.
reus, and there's
what
no
he does.
corpus delicti.
Anyway.
Who's making the...
What the hell's that, mate?
You don't know what corpus delicti is.
Explain to me.
It means bring forth the body of evidence that you're saying I've committed a crime. You're operating...
Show me your ticket.
I don't consent to unlawful
Show me
search
your
and
ticket.
seizure. Okay, you put your gloves on this.
Search and seizure? What are you talking about?
I don't consent to unlawful
You
search
have
and
to show
seizure.
him.
I
You're
don't
on-
have to
you're
show
on-
him anything.
you're
Cite
on-
the
you're on
legislation.
state rail property.
Cite the legislation. I'm happy to show a ticket to the ticket inspectors,
what
mate.
he asked
He's not a ticket inspector.
Yes, he is.
He's
Yes, they
not.
are.
Cite the
They're all
legislation.
legislation.
Cite the legislation. Take your gloves off. Take a step back and calm down. And I'll calm down because I've got two people arguing with me, telling me what the law is, but you can't cite it.
Who started arguing?
Cite the
You
legislation.
started arguing.
No, see if I talk,
You made show me
see
a
there's
ticket
three of us now. There's
straight
two of us
away.
talking. You're playing tag team to try and make it look like I'm being argumentative,
Because
being
you've been
violent.
arguing since I asked for a ticket.
So you're raising your voice, but I can't.
You have
When
been
you
the whole
keep
time.
talking over the top of me, and I try and be heard, somehow I'm being argumentative.
Just call the truck and then.
Okay, can I get your details, please?
Yeah, mate, you'll get them. You'll get them.
Can I get your details,
You'll get
please?
them, mate.
Can I get your details, please?
Mechanica from police station.
Cite who you are. I
just
need to know
told
who
you.
you are.
I just told you.
Who?
I told you. Senior comes Mechanica.
Mechanica.
Yeah.
And what's your number, please, mate?
Number? We haven't got numbers.
You don't have numbers.
We don't have numbers.
You don't have numbers.
No, so that's how much of the law that you
So
know.
you
we
have a
haven't
birth
got numbers,
certificate that
mate.
says you have a birth certificate that says senior constable, do you?
Yeah.
That's fraudulent impersonation, Section 814 for the Crimes Act.
Just play by.
And even though you removed the
Did you
legislation,
call the truck? Yeah, no, it's okay. No, worries.
call the truck for what?
Then I'll take you back,
For
mate.
asking for you to cite the
He
legislation.
wants to know who you are, and he wants to see your ticket.
Okay, cite the
You're
legislation.
currently
Cite the
trespassing.
legend. I'm not trespassing.
Yes, you are.
It's not your property.
He's got a ticket,
It's
mate.
not
Yes,
your
he does. He's got a ticket.
We're staying at a station master's
down.
house. We're
Sit
staying.
down.
I'm not going to sit down.
Well,
I'm
then-
talking.
then that
You're
makes
standing
you
up.
aggressive and you-
I'm not
you're-
being
He's not
aggressive.
being aggressive.
We're staying at
Yeah,
a rail
yeah,
court.
yeah, yeah,
Don't make a
mate.
fist and put it in my face.
Oh, there's no
We're
fist,
staying
don't
at
worry,
a.
you're not-
I can
don't make a
stand
fist,
up.
mate.
I can stand up.
Show me your ticket.
We're staying at
Show me your ticket.
a
Show me your ticket.
train station manager's house. We're staying at a train station
Show
around
me
his
your
house.
ticket.
Cite the
Show
legislation.
me your
That's all I'm
ticket.
asking. Cite the legislation.
What
Well, I
legislation,
have to
mate?
talk to you.
The transport bylaws, is that what you're talking about?
Cite
Which
the
part?
specific legislation. You have to
part,
cite the
mate?
legislation. That's all I'm asking you.
Did my mate show you?
Cite the legislation, mate. We're getting off at MacArthur, mate. And when I go
Don't
through...
worry, when MacArthur's there, there'll be truck waiting for you because you come back to the station.
Okay, no worries, mate.
alright.
So, what crime have I committed?
Hey, not showing
What?
my mate the ticket.
Mate, when I
Your
walk,
mate, your ticket.
when I walk through the thing, I'll beep off, mate. Okay?
No, you
Yes,
don't
I will.
ticket.
No, I'll beep off like everyone else, and you can watch me. But you want to beat me up. You want to physically hurt
Hero,
me.
we got a hero.
You want to put the handcuffs on me, don't you?
Let's have a hero. Mate? I can't hear, mate.
You want to
Say it again.
physically hurt me and intimidate
You wanna
me.
say it again?
You want to physically hurt me and intimidate me because I've got a ticket, mate. And you
Show me.
can't arrest. I don't have to show you.
Yeah.
I have to show Rail Corp that I've got a ticket, mate. I have to show Rail Corp that I've got a ticket.
Right.
And the fact that I'm voicing my rights to protect my rights from the New World Order, Roman police with their Freemasonic watermark on their hat, who go around raping children in Penrith police
Pedophiles.
station.
Pedophiles,
You were just-
pedophiles.
You guys were just arrested last week, sorry?
mental health problems?
Mate, I do not have mental health
Are you on
problems.
medication?
I'm not on medication,
What are you
and it's
having?
none of your business,
Oh,
okay?
is it?
It's none of your business. One of you guys was arrested. You're supposed to be protecting the kids in Penrith, but you intimidate. Yeah, he was done 2 weeks ago
Penrith?
for raping a child. Penrith police.
That's Penrith doing that.
Well,
It's all the police, mate. It's all the fucking
Mate, you
police.
run Bundaberg. It's a pedophile network.
What's your language, mate?
Huh?
You're
You're a bunch of pedophiles, mate. You're run by Freemasons.
We are?
Yeah, you are. You are.
So you're insulting
How many
me,
police
mate,
have you arrested?
eh?
How many? I know plenty of
Are you
bad guys in the army,
insulting
and
me,
I've
eh?
reported them. Hey,
So what?
how many
Good
police
luck
have
to
you
you.
arrested?
Hey?
Hey, how many? Because it's
I don't have to arrest
against
any.
your code, mate. It's against your code.
Mate, just give us some ID, mate.
No, I don't have any on me. I can't give you what I don't have.
Next stop's Menangle Park, is it?
I'm getting off at MacArthur,
We'll get off
right?
MacArthur,
You got a vehicle come there when I
then
tap
if
off.
if you refuse
When
to
I
show
tap
my
off,
friend your ticket
when I
and-
tap
and
off,
ID,
when
okay,
I
this
tap
stage,
off, I don't have
to
ID, mate.
To confirm
I
your
don't
ID
have
at this
ID.
stage, mate,
You're
I've
leaning
seen
in.
Constable-
You're leaning in and I'm standing where I'm
It's seen
standing.
Constable Hills has seen you come from
I,
right?
I
At
get
this
to
stage,
tap
you're under
off.
arrest.
You're
under arrest
For what crime?
To comply with my mate.
I don't,
With your mate,
I
with
don't
your
have to
mate.
I have to comply with the
You haven't
legislation.
given him any
I have to
details,
comply with the
mate.
legislation,
Don't
don't
say
I?
you're gonna look
I have to comply with the legislation. Cite the legislation I'm in breach of.
Well, mate.
Cite it now.
No.
You have to, but you have to tell me what I'm being arrested for.
File and supply my mate with details.
My
He
mate.
has to comply with
Hear
the
that? My
legislation. I
mate.
asked him to cite the
On the
legislation.
train, mate. You understand?
I'm going to tap
Read
off,
the back
mate,
of
with
your
my
freaking
ticket.
Opal card.
I'm going to tap off, mate, with my ticket.
I'm not arguing anymore. You're under arrest, man, so you're not going anywhere, right? You're not free.
I'm not under arrest. You haven't told me what I'm under arrest for. Cite the legislation.
man.
I've got a ticket. You can't arrest me for having a ticket, mate. I don't have to.
well,
I don't have to. I don't. I don't. You can only assist Rail Corp when they've got a breach of their contract, which is my ticket, which I've got right here, mate.
Alright, show me, mate.
I don't have to.
Just do this. Just go like this.
I'm going to tap it.
Look, mate.
You're under arrest? Am I still under arrest? If I tap off, am I under arrest?
Give us a look.
Am I? If
Give us a
I?
look. Have you tapped on?
Huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
of
I
course
have.
you tapped on.
Of course I tapped on.
Give us a look.
Why would I make a big stoush to talk about the law, mate?
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
Under duress and intimidation and in threat of violence. Don't hold the ticket like you own it. Don't hold it. Hand it back now. Hand it. No, I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to.
listen to you, mate.
Oh, you're an hippie,
Just
are
stop
you?
talking.
Oh, you're an hippie.
Just stop
Shake
talking.
the head.
Oh.
Shake the head.
Oh.
Mate, I'm an
Just tap
ex-fucking
the-
soldier, mate.
Hey,
Give me the
good luck
ticket
to
and
you.
see you later.
Good luck
Give
to
me.
you.
I'm saying, mate. I'm saying, mate. I don't care. I don't care, mate. You don't scare me. Give me the ticket and walk away.
So there's a good
Give me,
chance-
you're threatening me. You've already threatened to arrest me, unlawfully detain me.
So maybe scheduling. So
You can't schedule me because I don't consent.
what we'll do-
There's
you
no
don't have to.
medical
what
evidence
we have
to
to
support
do is get his
psychiatric
details,
or psychological.
Make sure he's not wanting
dosing of
health
drugs.
issues. All right. Once you get his
There's no-
details,
I-
and we verified that he's not.
Oh, so are you
unwell.
lying now?
Mentally
So this
unwell.
is about tickets. Get the
Mentally
hand. Get the
unwell.
hand. Let's hand
All
my
right.
face.
Don't talk to me, mate.
So look at this. Look at this. Because I said I don't have to hand you a ticket, you're going to try and dose me with drugs.
I'm talking to
You're
the
going to try and dose me with drugs. You're going to try and dose me with drugs.
He's not mentally unwell, mate. He's good to go.
You're going to try and dose me with drugs because I wanted to argue the legislation that we pay for you to be. What are you even talking to me? Why are you even talking to me? If I'm mentally unstable, why am I citing legislation? If I'm mentally unstable, why am I citing legislation? And why can't you cite it? I don't have any ID with me.
Okay, so
I'm going
so
to
you know-
Bunnings, mate. I don't need
so you know-
identification to go to Bunnings and buy something, do I? Do I need identification at Bunnings? Are we in Nazi Germany? Our forefathers fought to stop this shit. Does that sound like I'm mentally ill?
Yeah, maybe.
Does it sound like I'm mentally ill? Section 184 of the Crimes Act. I've asked you to tell me what your name
I
is.
just told you 3 times, mate.
Is the word senior constable on your birth certificate? When you identify yourself, you go first name, last name, as you like to call it, and you cite your address. You cite your address.
We're not mates.
Huh?
I don't have to tell you my first name, mate.
That's your name, mate. That's your name. It's the only thing on your birth certificate, you dimwit.
Right. Dimwit?
Yeah, it is. It's the only thing that identifies you on your birth certificate. It's the only thing that identifies you on your birth certificate. He hates him. He delete Bundaberg because he was exposing the police pedophile rings up there. Huh?
I'm happy for him to
So now here you are. I don't have a last name, mate.
Okay, so
I don't have a last name. You're asking the name of the Cester K Trust, okay?
First name.
You're asking the name of the Cester K Trust.
First name. What's on your badge, mate? Soldier?
Sorry?
What's on your badge? Soldier?
What's on my badge?
Yeah. So you reckon you're a soldier? What's on your badge?
I'm not in the army anymore,
What's
mate.
your first name? What's your last name, mate?
I don't have a last name.
Oh, you don't have a last name?
No, I don't. I have a family name, you moron.
Oh.
It's called a family.
Moron.
If that guy, if I'm related to that guy, is he my last or is he my family? If I'm related to him, is he my last? Sorry? If he's my last, if he's my last, am I a moron, am I? Am I? If I'm wrong, I'm a moron, but I'm not a moron, am I? Because I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm a moron. If I'm wrong, I'm a moron. If I'm wrong, I'm a moron. Are you going to hit me now? Oh, you're getting wound up, are you, mate? You're getting wound, you want to strike me, don't you? Look, you're leaning in, mate. I'm standing above the seat. I haven't moved. I haven't moved, mate. This is gang stalking. This is targeted individual. Your area commander will fucking love this clip, mate. They'll love. You're threatening me. You're threatening me. I'm under duress, mate. I might say anything because I'm so stressed. He's already, huh? I am. Of course, I'm. What do you think, people? Offensive language. Is that an arrestable offence? No, it's not. I don't have any ID on me, mate.
Okay, we'll give us your last name.
Sorry?
Family name.
So, my family name. My family name's none of your business.
Well, so that's why we're taking you back to the station.
No, you're not. You were taking me back for not having a ticket. I've given you the ticket.
Okay, and I still got it.
Huh?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's tapped on.
So I need it back as I need it back as evidence, mate. I need it back as evidence. I don't need, mate. There's 300 psychiatrists come out worldwide and just said there's no science behind the drugs we give anyone. There's no science behind it, and I don't consent to being sectioned, mate. I don't consent to being drugged to the hilt like all the fucking little kiddies that you guys love to fuck. I don't consent. No, you're unlawfully detaining me, and you've provoked this, mate. You've provoked this reaction out of me. It's called duress. This is ADHD from continual stress. What are you doing on the property, mate?
What are you talking about?
Don't. He's bullshitting you. He's bullshitting you.
Joe, please.
Who made the complaint? Get it the other way. Who made the complaint? You've come in here, a lock gate. No, it's not. You have to have a verifiable claim. You have to.
Joseph.
Stop, Mum.
Please.
Stop.
Are you okay?
I'm okay, yes.
Okay,
What are you talking about?
I've been knocking on your door for the past 10 minutes.
I've been in the computer room, mate.
Sorry.
What I'm doing is none of your business. I don't care how long you've been knocking.
That's fine.
What do you think? There's no doorbell there, mate?
Please, Joe.
I'll speak to your parents.
Huh? You don't put your hand in front of my mum's face like that.
He was talking
You're
to me.
trespassing.
He was
Did you get permission to come inside the property?
I don't need permission.
You do.
Joe,
You do. 4 high court decisions.
Joe, please.
Stop it. Stop it now. Get off the property now.
You can go
Get
away.
off the property now.
Go away. I'm talking
Stop.
to your parents.
Dad, there's a copper in your backyard without even knocking.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's not all right.
As far as I'm concerned.
You know what they're doing to Fiona and me, don't you?
Joe, please.
No, you know you either with them or with us.
Okay. So
I
you're
have a sick
okay?
husband. We're fine, yes.
All right. So
Actually,
you're in
we're
good
So
health?
you
We have no complaints.
Okay.
You came in here.
You can tell them.
You're trying to play the good Samaritan. Like I'm pissed off because you're trespassing.
Yes, if you go, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank
No
you.
problem. As long as you're fine.
Very much.
So what you've done is I'm telling you the property you're fucking trespassing. Now you're trying to pretend that me being pissed off at you trespassing, I'm somehow affecting my mum. I've somehow.
enough.
I know you're pissed off at me being loud with them, but
don't
he's
want you
trespassing.
shouting.
I don't care. He's fucking trespassing.
Stop it, please.
Are you finished?
Stop.
Mate, you're a pedophile group over in Penrith.
Joe,
I mean, you
please.
don't even look at your own. You just got arrested. One of your own people just got arrested last week for engaging in pedophilia.
Save
I'll
all
leave.
this.
That's fine.
Thank you very much.
No problems.
Thank you.
All right. As long as you're all good. Just want to know.
Oh, you're just going to stand around here. Tell him to fucking leave.
Joe, please.
Mate.
No, that's bullshit.
Shut your mouth. I'm leaving.
No, I'm not. I'm going to shut my mouth. You don't put your hand in my face. You're trespassing.
Joe.
You're trespassing.
All right, mate. Go inside.
You're,
Go.
no, don't tell me to go inside. You're trespassing.
Go away.
Don't touch me.
Stay away from
I've
me.
never come near you.
Stay away from me.
I've never come near you. He's going to try and shoot me now because you don't want to tell him to leave.
Please.
You're fucking trespassing.
Joe, please.
Stop.
You're trespassing.
Stop.
You're
Joe.
trespassing.
Please.
Tell him he's trespassing.
Please stop.
No, it's bullshit. He's
stop.
coming. Look at him. He's actually happy that he's creating an argument between us. You get off on it.
We're not having
And
an
then what you do is you say,
We're not having an argument. Just leave.
no, but that's what I'm trying to say. Then he'll say to you, do you feel threatened? No, the only reason I'm raising my voice is because you're trespassing.
Yes, stop.
You're trespassing.
Keep away from me.
I'm not coming near you, mate. The dog's not aggro.
between
I'm not
your
aggro.
legs.
You're trespassing.
Back off.
You're ignoring the fact.
Said it 10
Say it to him. It's got to come from you.
Dear, stop it. Stop.
Don't turn around like I'm going to attack you like some fucking retard, mate.
Stop.
I've dealt with you guys for 20 years.
The way you're carrying on. How would a person...
You're trespassing.
Something.
Stop.
You're fucking trespassing.
Oh, please go.
Okay.
You're trespassing.
Please go for my sake.
Yep, good luck. As long as you're okay.
Mate, no, everyone was sitting down watching TV, mind their own business, until you came in the backyard.
Go in.
That's fucking bizarre.
enough.
No, fuck
No.
no. Don't tell me what I can do.
No.
No,
You're my house. No, stop
I'm
it.
walking out the front.
Stop it.
I'm
I
walking
won't
out the
have
front.
you in
No,
the
that's
house.
bullshit. Get in, Bolt. Bolt, get in. You trespass on a property. You've got no lawful excuse, no legal excuse.
You told me to leave. I've left.
Mate, you're still on the property.
No, I'm not.
No, you are. No, they own the property to the road, mate.
No, they don't.
It's not.
No, they don't.
No, it's a lot number,
You're
okay?
misinformed, pal.
I'm not misinformed.
You're misinformed.
I'm quoting barristers, mate.
You're misinformed.
I'm quoting barristers.
You're misinformed.
Does the council have title to the nature strip? No, they don't. No, they don't. High court decisions say they don't.
That's enough.
You're trespassing.
That's enough. That's
Sergeant
enough.
T. Hadley.
Take
T.
it
Hadley.
then,
But
mate.
what does T stand for,
Go
mate?
inside.
That's fraudulent impersonation. You've got to identify yourself.
Please, now will you please
Yeah,
go?
I'm going. I'm not going to turn it back on him the way he's carrying
Oh,
on.
I'm not going to turn. What have I got, mate? Do I have a weapon? You're trespassing.
No, I'm not.
And I'm telling you you're trespassing.
No, I'm not.
And just she doesn't want to rock the boat,
Go inside.
you're trying to pretend that somehow me telling you you're trespassing, I'm somehow endangering her.
I'm now
If you're
on public
trespassing, you're not.
Will you stop?
You're not. It's to the curb, mate. And
I'm on the curb.
if you actually go and check the High Court rulings, it's to the middle of the road. That's an easement. The property owners give right of access to other property owners. You're trespassing. So what was the complaint, mate?
None of your business. I was speaking to a homeowner.
You still haven't told her.
Yes, I have.
What was the complaint?
Okay.
What was the complaint?
Thank you, man.
What was the? You're loving it. Look at you.
Thank you.
You guys come around, stir
Stop
shit up
following
between
my
roads,
pal. Stop
mate.
following my
I'm on property.
You must
You're
be
trespassing. You've been told you're trespassing.
enough.
I can walk out on the fucking road, mate. What are you going to do? Are you going to arrest me because I'm standing on the road? I don't give a shit. I'm not near the fucking line of the cars, mate.
Joe, will you please stop it? You get run over.
Oh, fuck off, mum. He's doing 5 days an hour. You are trespassing, and you've been smug about it. You haven't given any lawful excuse.
Get away from me, pal. Stop following me.
That's assault. That's assault. That's common assault.
Get away from
I
me.
did not walk to you with my hands clenched. I haven't threatened in any way, shape, or
enough.
form. Get in your car and fuck off. You're
enough.
trespassing.
That's
You're
enough.
trespassing.
That's
We'll keep
enough.
going
You're
into
on
court,
the
mate.
road.
Because every time I go into court, I'm learning more.
You're in the middle of the road.
Huh? Mum, stop. You're in the middle of the road. You came into the backyard. I'm in the computer room. I hear banging on the front window. Right?
You did hear me.
Huh?
You did hear
That's why I came out, mate. I went out to see what was there. Then you weren't there. And I find you in the backyard, mate. I find you in the backyard.
Yep, doing my job.
4 High Court decisions.
Yep.
Who made the complaint?
Doing my job.
What was the verifiable
None
complaint?
of your business. It's got to do with the home.
Did he tell you what the complaint
Joe,
was?
get
Did he
in.
complain what the complaint was?
Please get in.
Were we arguing this morning? Were we arguing this morning?
No,
No, nothing, not a thing. But we find you in the backyard.
Will you get in the house?
Seriously. And then you push me because I'm standing here and you still haven't told us what you do in the backyard.
Is it in my personal space?
I'm not in your personal space, mate. You're trespassing. In fact, I'm allowed to arrest you. It's called, yeah, of course it is, mate. It's called citizen's arrest.
Public street.
Huh? Not in there, it's not.
I'm out of there now.
A locked gate, mate. You unlock the gate.
I'm out of there now.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm allowed to make citizen's arrest because you're making unlawful trespass. 4 High Court decisions. Look them up, mate. I know, you don't have a clue what the cases are. So I'm in there on the computer, minding my own business, looking at a YouTube channel. They're sitting down watching TV. He's sick, right? She's looking after him. And we find you in the backyard, here knocking.
It's got to get hit by a car shortly.
Sorry, dog's not getting hit by a car, mate. This is a back border street. No one gives a shit.
Okay.
But we find you in the backyard.
Yep.
And you freely admit that with no lawful reason.
Yep, that's what you think.
You just know, but you haven't told us.
I've told the homeowner.
You haven't. You haven't.
I don't need to tell you.
Someone said what?
None of your business.
That you haven't heard any noise from the house?
None of your business.
Isn't that normal?
Homeowner.
Isn't that normal? I heard what the excuse was. I want you to say it in front of the camera.
No, I've got nothing to say to you.
You didn't hear any noise from the house.
I'm done.
So you guys come around and you trespass? You come around and you trespass because there was no noise coming from a house. That's fucking bizarre. And then you push me, right, saying somehow I'm a threat to you, when I've never raised my hands to a police officer in my life, except when he was fucking trying to smash my throat, and I just still didn't raise my hands. I protected myself
Make a
by hanging onto a handrail.
Make a complaint.
But you guys still come around
Make a
pretending to
complaint.
be
Whatever your name is,
the lawful,
I'm leaving.
oh, whatever my name is. You're on the cop system, mate. Don't like, you're lying again.
what your name is.
Everything is on the cop system.
care what
You're a
your name
liar.
is. I
You're
don't
lying
care who
now.
you are. You're irrelevant.
You're lying now.
I've spoken to the Home
I haven't done
Office.
anything
I
wrong,
speak to
and
you.
I'm pissed off that I find a copper in someone's house. I mean, look what's going up in Bundaberg, mate. The cops are going in and fucking the children. Massive pedophiling up there.
Wow.
Massive pedophiling in Bund.
And you, sir, you live at 43 Bourgeon at Glenmore Park, is it? What's your dog, mate? It's got a car coming. Bourgeon Street, Glenmore Park, yeah? 43 Bourgeon Street, Glenmore Park.
What are you
That's
saying
where
the address for?
Is that where you live?
What are you saying the address for? I live
just
inside this
confirming.
body, mate. When I die, you know,
All right,
you're
what's
trying
your
to push the door into me. You need the door open that wide to get into you. So I'm inside this body.
Yeah,
When
I'm
I
back.
die, this is land, mate. It's part of the land, this body.
Very good.
Right? You know that, don't you?
Very good. Look out, mate. The car's coming. See you later, buddy.
You come around stirring shit because you knew you'd get a reaction. You're nothing but shit stirrers. Penrith Police, the man in charge of looking after the kids in the Nepean area was arrested for pedophilia, fucking 10 children.
Not from Penrith.
Not from Penrith. Where was he from?
No, I'm not from Penrith.
Oh, you're not from Penrith.
You're not listening.
You're not from Penrith. No. So when a gang member's running a pedophile ring and you're all wearing the same colours, a foreign corporation registered in America.
He's got to get my car.
Oh, get off. Right, you're a subdivision of the New South Wales Treasury Corporation.
See you, buddy.
You're loving it, aren't you? Because you come in here, you wind people up.
Buddy. Goodbye.
Hey, but why are there women in Penrith whose house has been used as a meth lab? Why are there women in Penrith? And you're blocking the road, mate. You should be going. Why aren't you going? You're blocking the road. Why are you doing 2 kilometres an hour? You're driving at a dangerously slow speed.
See you, buddy.
So there's meth houses in Penrith been run by Freemasons in the New South Wales Police, New South Wales detectives, but you're not going to do anything, are you? Nothing but a bunch of pedos. You fucking pedo cunt. Oh, he's yelling out the car the whole lot. Fucking cunt. Just I thought you might want to know what all that, yelling was about. Police officer 3 weeks ago was arrested for having sex with children from Penrith. You do? I hope he's not related.
No, he's not.
Yeah. Me and a whole heap of others around Australia, I'm Irish, I'm not, are basically outlining the fraud by the New South Wales Police, the child endangerment, the pedophilia going on. There's 25 senior bureaucrats in New South Wales. They were up on indictments for raping children. This is last year. All the charges were dropped. This is 25 different people who brought charges. All the charges dropped. Kim Beasley's involved a whole lot, right? That guy was arrested 2 weeks ago. He was supposed to be looking after the kids. He was fiddling 10 of them, apparently. 10 of them.
Talking about Dean Perkins?
Sorry?
Dean Perkins?
Big heavy set guy.
Bald.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
He was the youth.
Yeah, youth liaison officer, yeah. And we've been screaming this stuff for years. Now what happens is, this is what they do, right? Here we go.
Joe, did you just stand down and he'll tell you what you got to do.
Let's treat them. Don't answer the door. They're 70 years old. Don't open your mouth. They're 70 fucking years old. These are no trespassing. This is 4 High Court decisions. If I remove your right of access, you're gonna fuck off. Open the door.
Relax.
Read it. Get out of the door. Get out of the door. Get out of the door. Read it. Read it. Read it.
My name's Constable.
Read it. What does that say? High Court decisions. Casey.
This is a service of a brief.
Casey versus State of New South Wales. Authorised precincts. High Court. Read it. That's the fucking High Court. You're in breach of the High Court. You're trespassing. Leave the property now.
Get out of my face.
Leave the property
Get out of
now.
my face.
Your right of access has been denied. Get out of the property now. 4 High Court decisions. To all men, women, persons, entities, bailiffs, police, process servers, council workers, private investigators.
Joseph, listen.
Trespass and damage shall apply. One foot sets upon property. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck. You're trespassing. That's 4 High Court decisions. You're in breach of the High Court.
If you move, I
Get out of the fucking property.
You're in the way.
Trespassing.
You're in the
Third
way.
time. Your right of access to the property's been denied. Okay?
If you move, I can move out.
Get the fuck out. Take your property with you. Take it with you. Take your fucking property with you. Here, take the shit. I'm not touching it. Take your fucking shit. You're trespassing. Take your fucking shit and fuck off. You're unlawful. You have no certificate of proclamation for the legislation line upon. Why is there a magistrate in the Supreme Court right now? Why is there a magistrate in the Supreme Court right now? Because I put him there with fucking paperwork. You illegal, unlawful worms. You take children off fucking parents. Would ya? You wouldn't know what a certificate of proclamation was, would ya? Would ya? And you can't fucking touch me. You can't fucking touch me.
You're actually on somebody else's property right now, sir.
This is a nature strip. Work it out, dickhead. Okay, but studying law for 2 years to take your house off ya.
Okay, well, you're in a public place now and you're using inappropriate language.
Arrest me. Check it. Arrest me. Arrest me. You're not giving me any warnings. Cite the legislation. Cite the legislation with a certificate of warning. Don't put your fucking hand in my face. And don't lie to me. Cite the legislation with a certificate of proclamation. Complies with Imperial Acts. Section 58 of the Constitution. Complies with Imperial Acts. And you have a certificate of proclamation with the legislation with a certificate of proclamation on it. That complies with Imperial Acts. You don't have shit, so fuck off. Take your crap with you. That is littering. That is littering. No. You're trespassing. Take the property. Take your fucking property with you. Okay. You printed it, it's yours. You can fuck off. Okay. I'm studying law. I've got a magistrate in the fucking Supreme Court, and these assholes are committing treason. And if you wonder what's going on, you can find out why Barnaby Joyce is getting sacked, because these pricks are stealing kids and fucking them in the Freemason temple in the fucking city across from the family law court. Take your shit and fuck off. And you can't fucking touch me. You can't touch me and you fucking know it.
Get out of my face.
You can't touch me.
Get out of my face.
Don't fucking shout. Arrest me, go on. Fucking arrest me. Take your paper and fuck off. Take it and fuck off. Your guns don't scare me. Right? Your threats don't scare me. Your lies don't scare me. They don't fucking scare me.
Okay.
You wouldn't know what the law was. A bill is a proposed law. An act is one that's been passed, and a statute is one that has a certificate of proclamation. The road rules aren't statutes.
Okay.
You fucking retards. Come around here again. I've served you with that notice of trespass. 4 High Court decisions till your right of access is denied at the fucking boundary. Take your shit and fuck off. You think it's ending here? There's a fucking war about to start, and you're about to find out. Can I get your details? Can I get your details? Badge number? Badge number? Badge number? Come on! Badge number! Fucking grubs. All cops are fucking grubs. What's the reason for the red and white lights?
What's the reason for giving us the finger?
Well, that says red light is danger, hazard, and blue is life-threatening. What's the reason for the life-threatening emergency?
To pull you over.
because I did a U-turn as well.
You did an illegal U-turn. What's the emergency?
We're coming to check out why you've given us the finger.
Well, okay, so if you can come over to the car for a sec,
Okay,
I'll
you come over.
no, I don't answer your questions, okay? See, why do you have the Freemason black and white square on your car, and why does it signify the binary watermark? And why do you have the Roman wreath on your shoulders? And why do you have the dual cross, the arches on the crown there? And why do you have the Rothschild red cross on top of your fucking crown? Okay?
No,
And why were you sitting in the middle of the road with your blue and red lights on? And why are you a subdivision of the New South Wales Treasury Corporation, which is foreign person listed on USEC, United States Securities and Exchange Commission?
Okay,
Okay?
sir, you need to
What-
listen, okay?
I don't need to listen to anything. Have I committed a crime? Is there a complainant against me? Is there someone who suffered harm, injury, or loss?
Can you just stop talking?
Is there
so we
someone who suffered harm, injury, or loss?
Can you
Okay?
please listen?
Putting your hand out in front of my face, right, is not polite. It's
Okay,
not even...
You've been doing the same thing. You're going, why do you have this? Why do you have this? So
I was standing more than 2 metres away from you, okay? So you're not...
Been standing the same
You were
distance the
same
entire
distance.
time.
No, I wasn't. I was standing over here, okay?
and then you come over here.
Now you're trying to act like you've got some kind of authority. Yeah, okay,
I'm
so
just doing my job.
okay. So AU is gold. It's the scientific symbol for gold, the atomic weight. Thor is God, and I is people. Are you saying?
No,
Are you?
just shut up.
No, I'm
and
not going to
listen
shut
what
up.
I'm saying,
I'm not. I
okay?
don't have to listen to what you're saying.
Yes, you
Well,
do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so cite the legislation that, with a certificate of proclamation, which conforms to Imperial Acts, Section 58 of the Constitution. Okay, so you don't. You wouldn't even have a fucking clue what I'm talking about. Okay,
Okay. Can you
have
cite the
some respect and
legislation.
listen to us?
How can we get anywhere?
Because re means un. Re means un. To rewind means to undo. Okay, and spect is sight. So no sight. You just said, can I have some no sight for you guys? Okay, I'm studying
so
Vulgate
What is
Latin.
your name? Okay.
Joseph.
Joseph. Okay, Joseph. We stopped you. Okay.
Was I swerving?
Can you just listen?
Was I swerving?
You do not
Was
need-
I operating?
you do not
Was
need
I
to be
operating that
swerving a
car?
vehicle for us to
Was I
pull you over.
operating that car? Excuse me, what?
You do not need to be swerving a vehicle for us.
You
to
need
pull
probable cause.
Okay, you were the driver of a vehicle on a New South Wales road.
Okay, vehicle in
Under the
vehicle.
road- listen to me. under the
Excuse
road-
me. Excuse me. Under the Chicago Styles Manual.
Okay,
Now, hang on.
listen
No,
to me, listen to
no.
me.
I'm not going to listen to you.
Under
Under
the
the
road-
Chicago Styles Manual, a vehicle is where the word in English car has been converted into vehicle. You're registered to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission.
We're in
Excuse me.
Australia. We're in
Excuse me.
Australia.
Excuse me.
Okay,
If I
under
read,
New
excuse
South
me.
Wales law-
Excuse me. New South Wales is a New South Wales is a political body. Okay, I'm not a member of the New South Wales political body. Okay. Now hang on a sec.
What you're saying-
Okay,
you're
so
saying so
what I'm
much
saying
words.
is there's a magistrate in the Supreme Court. I've served him with a notice judicial review. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
No. Excuse me. He said, "Good luck with your appeal." Right? He said something in Latin, and then
Is this something that's happened before?
Sorry?
Has this happened to you?
I'm telling you that if I registered to New South Wales, I'm owned by the state. Okay. They have the equity. Do you know about trust law? Legal.
Okay, what
hang on
are
a sec.
you talking
Hang on.
about?
No, you mentioned New South Wales.
So you're a driver
no, you're not
of this
listening. You're not
vehicle
listening. You
and
said,
you've pulled
hang on,
over
hang
for
on
a
a sec. You're not
random
listening.
breath test,
New
okay?
South Wales. No, we're talking. You're not going to try and
No,
interrupt the
because
conversation.
What you're saying?
No,
is
New
off
South.
topic,
No, it's
okay?
not off topic.
It's off topic,
New South
and I'm
Wales is a
trying-
subdivision. New South Wales Police is a subdivision.
What are you arguing? What are you arguing over?
Your comprehension, your comprehension is below what I'm talking about. Your comprehension is below what I'm talking about.
You've been put over for a random breath test and you're just arguing. This
You,
is
can,
one-way
you
conversation.
don't understand what I'm saying,
But we're
okay?
having a
She
one-way
made
conversation
a
with
statement.
yourself.
She made a statement. I've got 3 people having a conversation,
No
and
one's
this
having
guy's
a
sticking this shit in my face. I don't consent to it. Do you understand? I don't consent to
Doesn't
it.
matter, you're
Why
a
do you have a
driver.
blue and white
Doesn't
script? What's a slit coat tart?
We've got every right
What's
to
a
pull you
slit
over.
coat tart?
Listen.
You don't
Oi,
have anyone.
shut up and
Don't
listen.
raise your voice, mate. You're escalating it.
Listen.
Don't get your hand in my face. Get your hand in my. What's your name and details? I need some identification now. I need some identification now.
You've got it right.
You have to identify yourself. 3 forms of
right here.
identification right now. Before we go any further, put your hat on. Put your hat on. Get me 3 forms of identification. Put your hat on.
How can I?
Put your hat on.
What's
Get
that
3
got
forms.
to do with anything? Why are you arguing?
You
so
have to
much?
be in
What do you have
uniform.
to do? Yeah, we are.
Are you trying to threaten me by putting your gloves on?
No, I'm putting my gloves.
No, you're trying to threaten me to say you're going to use physical force to harm me. Of course you are. Of course you are.
We're asking for
I
an
need some
ID. I don't
identification.
touch anything
I
on
need
you.
some identification.
You've got it right here on our badges.
Show me the legislation that says that it's a crime to stick your finger up at a New South Wales
I
police
didn't say it
officer.
was a crime.
Cite the legislation.
I didn't say it was
So
a
you've
crime.
pulled me over illegally.
For a random
Cite,
breath test.
cite the legislation. Does the legislation for the random breath test have a certificate of proclamation? That means signed by the Queen. Because I've got a letter from the Queen's legal representative that says she has no authority in Australia. Gough Whitlam created the Queen of Australia where there is no such fucking thing. We had a referendum to say that we're still a Commonwealth a colony of the Commonwealth in the 6th of November 1999. Yet we've got the Parliament, the business trust in Canberra telling us that we're a country. We're not. That means you're operating illegally. That means the New South Wales Police are an unlawful entity. The Constitution says no state may maintain a force. When did the service get converted to a force? What does the word police mean? Where does it come from? You don't know, do you? No, it's completely irrelevant. Because you're a constable, right? You're supposed to be part of a constabulary. The constabulary doesn't exist anymore, so therefore you have no authority to act under the Queen. Well, you're an officer of the court, and the court is registered on USEC, United States Security and Exchange Commission. Do you understand that?
So what was your name again? Sorry.
Joseph.
So Joseph, all we were doing, okay, was stopping you for the purpose of a random breath test.
Okay, so do you have a certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon? It's a simple question. Do you have a certificate of proclamation?
So no, I don't have a certificate.
You don't know what I'm talking about. You have no idea of the process of enacting bills, right? Turning them into statutes, and then 9 months later getting a certificate of proclamation from the Queen's representative. That means it goes to the Queen's legal representative, gets the approval, comes back to the Attorney General and gets a stamp from him. When the Queen has sent a letter out, and we have a letter from the Queen of England, her legal representative in Australasia Pacific, that says she has no authority on the landmass known as Australia.
So Joseph, we pulled you over because of your behaviour of sticking your finger up at us, okay? So it made us notice your vehicle, okay? So that's why...
That was intentional.
Okay, that's fine.
This is going on YouTube. I've got heaps of these. They're going up.
So we've turned around, so we're stopping you for the purpose of a random breath test, okay?
Okay, so I want to know the legislation you're relying upon. Where's your certificate of proclamation?
So under the Road Transport Act.
An act is not a law unless it has a certificate of proclamation. It becomes a statute. Excuse me. An act. Hang on a sec. The New South Wales Police is operating under an ABN. An ABN is a trading number for an individual. Where's your ACN? Under federal law, where is your It's above your head. So why don't you ask the question? Because I've said this to about 15 coppers, sergeants, the whole lot. I was even in the cells at Parramatta, right? After I had a debacle in the court, where I was intimidated, threatened by a member of the court. I was speaking to the duty sergeant and the duty constable, and I said to the duty sergeant Tim Maxwell or something like that. I said, okay, so why does New South Wales Police only have an ABN when an ABN is a trading number for an individual to trade as like a sole trade? It's one up from a sole trader, right? Hang on, and the senior constables, and then he looks to the senior constable who's studying business, and she goes, he's right. And I asked them, where's your certificate of proclamation? Where's your certificate? I'm asking you now, if you're going to enforce an act which is not a statute, and a statute is an enforceable law on the continent of Australia, right, allegedly, right, where's your certificate of proclamation, where's the statute? Because an act is not a statute. You know the difference between an act and a statute, do you? Do you know the difference between an act and a statute? A bill is a proposal, an act, it's not irrelevant. It's not. I'm studying fucking law for 3 years. It's not. How can you enforce the law when you don't know the difference between a force and a service?
I don't need to tell you what I do and don't
No, you don't have the comprehension. You don't have the comprehension. You don't have the comprehension to differentiate. What's the American Allied Forces? Hang on. What's the American Allied Forces? What's the American Allied Forces? They're an army. What's the Australian Defence Force? An army. A force is an army. Look it up in Black's Law. Black's Law, that's an American dictionary. It's not. It's Crown copyright. Do you know what Crown copyright is? Do you know what Crown copyright is? Okay, so Crown copyright means it's owned by the Crown. Black's Law is not American dictionary, it's a Crown dictionary for Admiralty Maritime Law. That's the watermark, that's a binary watermark. I'll show you something, I'm not going to do anything wrong. Watch out. If you go from there to there, and from there to there, and then from there to there, that's the fucking watermark. No, seriously, that's the watermark. You didn't even look. If you join the docks in a curve, right, that's a watermark. You're saying we're underwater. Why do you think there are all these obelisks in Hyde Park, down in Canberra? Why is there a black cube in Canberra? Why is a flagpole in the shape of a Freemason pyramid? When are you going to wake up?
Are you saying you are a Freemason, or are you thinking we're a Freemason, or what are you saying?
You've got Freemasonry all over your car. You've got the Roman wreath. You've got the Red Cross. The eagle. You've even got the Eagle of Rome, for God's sake.
Males.
Sorry?
Isn't a Freemason group regarding males. It's
So, what's the Fabian Society? A wolf in sheep's clothing. Julia Gillard, Bob Hawke. See, she's smiling because she's semi-literate, right? She thinks everything's a joke. She thinks hexafluorosilicic acid in the water is safe. She thinks the MMR vaccine is safe when it has ethyl mercury in it, 500 times more toxic than methyl mercury. That's not me saying it, that's Robert F. Kennedy.
Listen, so right now, like I said, we stopped you for the purpose of a random breath
And
test,
do you have a
okay?
certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon? Do you have a certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon? Do you even know what a certificate of proclamation is? It shouldn't say the Queen, right? It should say Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, heirs and successors, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, etc. Do you have a certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon?
I've already asked.
Do you even know what a certificate of proclamation is?
You've
Do you know
asked
the
me
difference?
that too.
Do you know the difference between an act and a statute?
You've asked me that as well.
You don't know, do you?
You've
So how
already
can you
asked
enforce the
me.
law when you don't know the difference between an act and a statute?
Mate,
How
already
can you
asked
enforce
me
the
on
law?
this, and I said I'm
How
not
can you enforce the law?
about that.
How can you enforce the law when you don't know the difference between act and a statute?
We're going around in circles, aren't we?
Well, but you need to demonstrate that you have authority. How can you enforce the law when you don't know the difference between act and a statute? And you call more and more police because I'm asking you a question.
No, I've been.
No, you have. You've called more and more police because you need to intimidate the public. I've asked you, what's the difference between act and statute? Do you have a certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon? Does it conform with imperial acts? Does it conform with Section 58 of the Constitution, relieving you of legal and lawful? Can you even tell me who you are?
My name's Sergeant West from Castle.
Okay, so do you have a birth certificate to say that you're Sergeant West? Are you aware? Hang on a sec. Are you aware of Section 184 of the Crimes Act 1900 New South Wales? Fraudulent impersonation. You just committed a crime under the Crimes Act. You just committed a crime under the Crimes Act. Well, that's not your name, is it? Do you have a birth certificate that says E. West, Constable? No, you don't.
Have you got a driver's license that says your name?
I do.
Okay.
But it also has fraud on it as well. It has Mr. on it. Mr. in the Australian Styles Manual, printed by the government, says Mr. is the rank of an officer in the army.
I'm not play those games.
What do you mean games, mate?
You got your license on you.
What do you mean games? Is the Australian Styles Manual... Excuse me, I'm asking you a question.
Required under New South Wales legislation to provide a driver's license.
Do you have a
Wales
certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon? Does it conform with imperial acts? Do you have a certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon? I'm willing to comply with anything you want as long as you can demonstrate that you have lawful authority.
Mate, I'm not talking to you.
No, see, don't the hand. Mate, who taught you to talk that? Do you know the difference between a crime and an offence? You don't, do you? Okay, so a crime is harm, injury, or loss. A crime, I've stolen something. Harm, I've said you're a pedophile and no one wants to do business with you. And loss is I've stolen something from it. That's a crime. An offence is I've said something derogatory about you. You're a black cunt, you're a redneck, whatever. Right? You get that? It's derogatory, right? That's offensive. Do you enforce the law or do you enforce subjective matter?
Why are you talking about all these subjects when all we came to
Mate,
do is give you a random breath test?
this. But hang on,
What
you
was
need
a
probable
random
cause.
breath test?
Hang on, you need probable cause. No, you do.
Random breath
No,
test. Random breath test.
No, but you're saying the word random gives you authority. You're saying it like you understand what it means, but it doesn't. All you're saying is it's random. Random is picking someone out of a bunch. If someone flips you off, that's not random, okay? Would someone flip you off if they were committing a crime? No, seriously, would they?
What do you mean by that?
Would I draw attention to myself if I was committing a criminal act?
It doesn't matter.
No, it does. What you did was not random.
It was random.
No, it
You drove
wasn't.
the opposite
You
way.
picked me out because I flipped you off. Yeah?
No.
No, you did. You picked me out because I flipped you off. You even said we pulled you over because you flipped you off. Now you're saying it's random. You don't know the difference between random and not random. Now you're smiling because I caught you out your lie.
It's not a lie.
It is. That's why you're frowning now and you're trying not to smile. See, when you study... See, no, what you don't understand is when you start studying the law, it's all based on the psychology of the mind. Psychology is actually a load of shit. That's just so they can put labels on people and, and give kids drugs, right? No, it is.
Okay.
It is. So if you understand that law is based on the psychology of the mind, it's the world's greatest psyop, right? No, seriously. So if you tell me you're doing something random and you pull me over because I'm flipping you off, it's not random then, is it? And that's not a random breath test. That's a form of intimidation to try and say, we're going to fuck you over. Now, fuck is even... No, but hang on, fuck is even in the...
You're arguing with us for how...
No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm disagreeing with you, and you haven't shown me where you've got any authority.
You're not giving us any time to talk to you.
You've had plenty of time.
No.
No, you have. Okay, cite the legislation. Show me certificate of proclamation. Show me conformance with Imperial Acts, and show me you have legal and lawful exemption from Section 58 of the Constitution. And show me where it says that you can maintain and force in the state of New South Wales. Or are we operating under another system called Uniform Commercial Code, instituted by Joseph Shifley? Do you know about that? 1934, 1932, 1934. You don't know about that either.
I'm not going to pretend that.
You don't know that the taxation Australian Federal Reserve is owned and listed privately on USEC. So none of your income tax goes to any part of Australia. That's why there's so many fees and charges and fines. Did you know that income tax can only be enforced on a person? And they had to create the legal fiction. Read the Bible. It says God created man. Read the biology book. It says the evolution of man. Where's person? Person is a fictitious entity. It's called a corporate entity. Right? Do you understand that? So then it's not a man, is it? She's a man. Did you know she's a man? She's a man with a womb. That's why we would call her a woman. You get that, don't you? It's pretty simple. So what do you agree to be calling a boy, a young boy, a son, a person? Do you know what per means? But you're enforcing the law. Per means one or individual. It's too much for you because you're drinking tap water and you think it's good for you. Do you know that fluoride is number 5 on the WHO? It's the 5th most toxic compound on the planet.
Okay, sir, I'm going to ask you again for your driver's license. Because right now you've been pulled over for...
What crime have I committed?
Well, you've committed an offence by putting your arm out of the window.
Did you find that offensive?
I wasn't here, but the
So you didn't see? You're making an allegation.
No, you've extended your arm
Can you
out
show
of the
me?
window.
Can you
That's
show
an
me the
offence.
photographic evidence?
Do you have your driver's license? If I can't confirm your identity, I'll arrest you and take you back to the police station.
I've got a driver's license, but now you're threatening me.
I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you my legal obligations.
What does the Crimes Act say? I have to identify myself, give you a name. What did I give you? You asked my name.
You haven't told me anything.
Yeah, I told you my name, Joseph.
I'm telling you to provide your
What?
driver's license.
I'm asking
right
you.
now.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay. Well, are you going to?
I'm happy to comply with everything you say, as long as you show me a certificate of proclamation for legislation you're relying upon. I'm complying with everything you want, as long as you can show me the certificate of proclamation.
I'm not showing you a certificate of proclamation or whatever you're talking about.
You've never heard of it before, have
I'm
you?
asking for your driver's license.
Do you know the difference between a bill, an act, and statute?
Mate, I'm asking for your driver's
I'm
license.
happy to give it to you.
If you refuse to
I'm
give
not
it to
refusing
me,
at all.
I'll arrest you
Mate,
and
I'm
take you
happy
back to the police
I'm happy to
station.
comply with everything you want.
I'm not going to give you a certificate. Give me your driver's license.
Can you cite the legislation with the certificate of proclamation?
Okay.
Can you do it? Mate, I'm happy to do whatever you
want
want.
to be under arrest? Because I'm quite happy to place you under arrest. Okay.
So what you're saying
You're
is
failing to take part in a roadside breath test.
No,
and
he's already
committed
breath tested.
offences.
Now you actually committed perjury because he's actually breath tested me with this little fucking thing he's stuck in my face. Do you know what?
Okay, that's offensive language as well.
It's in the English dictionary.
Okay, you're under arrest for offensive language.
I'm under arrest for offensive language.
take that.
Okay, hang on. An offence, everything you rely upon, there's no certificate of proclamation. It doesn't comply with Imperial Acts. It does not comply with Imperial...
I'm leading Senior Constable Farron from Hornsby Police.
Okay, so you...
I've already warned you
No,
that
you haven't
may be
warned
committing
me.
an offence.
I'm
I
not
just
committing
warned
any
you that in
offence.
front of
I'm not
three
committing
other
any
police
offence.
officers.
I'm not committing any offence.
I've warned you that you may.
Does
Okay,
an
do not
offence...
swear again.
Is the act you're relying upon
Do
have a
not swear
certificate of
again.
proclamation? Does the act you're relying upon... Does the act you're relying upon have a certificate of proclamation? Does it comply with Imperial Acts and does it comply with Section 58 of the Constitution? Oh no, you've never even read it. You wouldn't even know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking
a
about.
bill is the written word. The act is sent to Parliament
Are you
and
a
approved.
sovereign citizen, sir?
Okay, so now you're an oxymoron because you can't be a
Okay,
citizen. You can't be a citizen and sovereign.
Screaming at me.
No, see, you want to talk out of the top. You've been doing it for 5 minutes before I turn the camera on.
haven't.
You have. I'm stepping back. You even put your hand out at least 2 feet away, okay?
I said this. Yeah, I'll show you.
No, your hand goes up. No, you're like this in front of me, but you're a lot
Be
closer.
quiet.
No,
Do it again
no,
if you like.
I
Be
don't have to
quiet.
be quiet. You have no certificate of
can get out of my
proclamation.
face
I'm
or
not
I'm
getting in your
gonna push
face.
you
This is
away
my
and you're
property.
gonna get arrested.
I'm not in your
You
face.
understand?
Okay, look.
Move back.
Look, that's the distance.
That's a direction. Move back. Move
Do you have a
back.
certificate of proclamation?
Move back
I'm
now,
outside. You
or
reach
you'll
up.
be on the ground.
Oh, you're pushing me now. It's assault. Okay, I'd like your details, please. Is there any allegation I've harmed this dog in any way? There is. Okay, so
Get back.
do you
I
have
told you
do
to
you have
get
a written
back, or
affidavit?
You're going to be on the ground in
It's
cuffs.
my dog.
Get away from me now.
Did the other
Are
owner?
you refusing my
This is my
direction?
property.
No, you're refusing
I'm
my
not
direction.
refusing
Get
anything.
back.
I'm not refusing anything. Don't assault me. Don't assault me. Don't intimidate me. So take a step back. I'm talking to her, but she wants to play the victim. She's got a gun, for God's sake. She's got chest weapons. I've got no weapons. I'm not aggressive, mate. You're touching me. You're walking in, trying to create a situation of stress and loose energy. Right, look it up, it's in psychology. You're trying to create a situation, I'm the bad guy, okay? She's not even the fucking owner. The guy.
Stop swearing. That'll be your last warning.
Arrest me now. You can't even remove me
Last
from the
warning.
property. You can't even remove
Yes,
me
we
from.
can.
No,
It's
you
a public
can't.
place.
It's not a criminal offence. It's not a crime. Do you understand the difference between
It's
crime and
offensive
offence?
language, sir.
Crime is harm, injury, or loss.
I don't need you to explain.
Crime is harm, injury, or loss, and an offence is subjective. Okay? You're a blood nut. You're a orangutan. You're a black, whatever. You're blonde. Who cares? It's subjective. It's a construct. There's no certificate of proclamation for any subjective matter. See, what you are is doctrinated, okay? And you laugh and smile because when you talk, I have to somehow fucking listen. I have to somehow fucking listen. No,
You're going to be written up in a ticket.
write me up because the magistrate who ignored the rule of law is in the Supreme Court. The magistrate who ignored the rule of law is in the Supreme Court. She walked up, got in my face, picked an argument.
Asking to have a look at the dog. That's all.
The dog's fine. Unless you got a statement of complaint. I haven't refused any direction.
You're being abusive.
You walked to me 15 times.
You're showing signs
You put your
of-
hand in my face.
Showing signs of mental health.
Mental health. Okay, so what you're doing now is you're not a qualified medical practitioner, okay? Now, huh? My name's Joe.
Okay, Joe. There's a lady over there.
Yeah?
That's complained that you abused her and you've hurt her hand.
I haven't heard her hand. She's tried to hit me with a fucking hand. I blocked it. Okay?
There's another lady as well that's seen you kicking your dog in the head. That's why we're here.
Okay, okay, so...
understand that?
No, I don't understand that. It's all allegations. They're all allegations, okay?
There's two people that have seen you kicking your dog in the head. You don't know each other.
So,
that's why we're
so
here.
okay, so imagine,
So what's going to happen now is we're
imagine.
going to take your details.
You've got my
and then
details.
we're going to report to the RSPCA.
Well, the RSPCA have no certificate of proclamation for any of their legislation or
Make
law.
sure that your dog is in good health.
My dog's in fantastic health. Two large dogs locked on. They were trying to bite each other. Well, look, the hands in the face. You're too close, mate. If I'm too close for her, you're definitely too close because that's less than
I don't have a problem with you being standing next to me.
The two dogs. This stupid bitch. Right. Okay. The other dog growled, right, and they were both pissing on the pole. Me and the owner were having a great conversation, talking about mobile phone towers, radiation. I have a meter there, talking about it's like 200 times greater than the safe level, outlined by the government. Next minute, his dog growled. I didn't even see who my dog was. My dog's usually off pissing on poles. You know, his growls, mine growls. They go for each other. They latch on, right? Couldn't get them apart. Do you know what? No, there was no separating. Otherwise, you would have lost a finger. There was teeth. Look at him. He's a pig dog, right? He's never been pigging. He's never been aggro. But they latched on. We're trying to pull him apart. Wouldn't let go. Got him apart. Then my dog comes in. Now mine's the aggressor only, right? Mine's coming in. The owner's got his dog because I couldn't get around my dog. Once I got my dog, he would have stopped, right? Couldn't grab a hold of my dog, right? Because there was a kid in the way. The kid's reaching in. I'm trying to get the dog away. Any way I can do it is to kick him in the nuts, right? Kick him in the nuts. Only way, that's why I leave the nuts on. Only way you get him released, right? So kick him in the nuts 3, 4, 5 times. He would not let go. He wasn't even reacting. She's more interested in the dog, me kicking him in the nuts and him not reacting. And there's a fucking child's hand in the mix. She don't give a fuck about the dog. She the owner of the other dog. The kid didn't get bitten, the guy didn't get bitten. There was no blood drawn. It was just grab and shake.
Okay, so both dogs were...
Both dogs are fine. But she crosses the fucking park going off like a left-wing fucking lesbian Nazi. Go, no, get the dog. I said, there's a fucking child in the mix. I'm trying to separate two dogs.
Alright, that's not a problem.
No,
Your
but
dog's okay.
he's fucking fine, mate.
There's no dogs over.
No, but she...
They've had it.
Yeah, and then she comes over and she's like this. And if I did that to you at the speed she did, I'd be on the ground copping some of that.
Alright, no dramas.
No, and I don't
At
like
what point did you take your belt off and strike the dog?
Sorry?
At what point did you take your belt off and strike the dog?
At the end of it, to let you know straight away, because he was looking at it coming in again. But you don't know that because you weren't there, and you're only
All
going
I ask is that you...
No, but it's the way you talk. So you don't like... I'm doing exactly what you're doing to
All
me.
I asked was for you to...
See, I'm doing exactly what you're doing to me. No. What? Stutter?
You started.
No,
My
see,
ears.
you
All
raise
I
your voice.
asked was, sir,
No.
Sir, do you mind if I have a look at your
I
dog?
can talk.
And you
See,
started.
you think you're the only one who can deal with people, right? You use the word authority, but you don't know where the word comes from. The etymology. AU is gold, 4 is God, and I is people. See, I'm a metre away from you, and you're almost ready to trigger and say I'm some kind of threat. But you are right up close. They're sitting in the right turn lane. You got this prick here, corporate entity, and you got these fuckers over here. Look at them. Blocking the left turn lane at night. No speed camera sign. Look at that. They can only use their cameras under their own legislation if they see a car speeding then they're supposed to take a speed recording of it. Look at that. Sitting right there blocking the traffic. I was attacked by these fuckers the other night. I was accosted by two about 10 minutes ago, and they're on a blitz in Penrith. I'm not looking at the camera or operating the camera. I never turn the camera off. I'm holding on to it like anything else. Okay, so CO65 GH. I'm getting off the road, mate. Don't threaten me.
Conversations recorded by video.
Huh? Yeah, that's great. That's great. Don't attack me. Don't attack me.
You're using a mobile phone whilst riding a bicycle.
I'm not.
An offence.
I'm not.
You're holding it in your hand, filming us as you're riding along there.
Really? If I was holding a 50-cent piece,
your identification?
let me talk. Let me talk.
Where's your identification?
What certificate of proclamation are you relying upon?
Where's your identification?
I'm going to talk to you. I'm asking you a question. I'm not refusing. Cite the legislation with the certificate of proclamation that complies it. Am I a man or a woman? Listen to me.
You're under arrest.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay?
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
You're under arrest.
You have to let me get off the
You're not
bike.
identifying yourself.
It's not a crime. I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to remain silent. You're operating
Are you going to give us your identification?
You're using a speed camera.
Are you going to identify yourself?
My name is Joseph.
Okay.
I go by the
Are
name
you going to
Joseph.
identify yourself?
That's what it says on birth certificate. You look it up. I've been to the court. I'm going to the High Court. I'm doing a private prosecution right now.
Will you just stay here?
No, you're
We're
right,
going
mate.
to confirm your identification.
You're operating a speed camera whilst driving a vehicle, and you're blocking the left turn lane on the road. You're breaching your own legislation, and if we're not all equal, before the law, then there is no law. I'm going to sit down. But you got the bike. I'll cramp up. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my boss. You're a servant. You're actually a sovereign citizen. You've got a crown, and you work for corporate entity out of America. You're a subdivision of the New South Wales Treasury Corporation. Listen what you say. United States Securities Exchange Commission. I don't have a surname because the word cert comes from surety, and he was surety for another, so she was smart. Surname, I don't listen to my fucking voice. You can't stop me from talking to protesting. I'm under arrest, aren't I? I'm under arrest. Cite the legislation you're relying upon. Cite the fucking legislation you're relying upon. The word fuck is in the English dictionary. It's not swearing. Swearing is cursive, and I'm not a sinner. You're the heathen wearing the slit coat tartan. The slit coat tartan is not a tartan. It's not a Celtic family because I'm a Celt, okay? That is a Masonic white blue and white triangle. I don't have a last name. I've identified myself to you. I'm only required to give my name, okay? And I don't have a name. I go by a name. Identify means you're an idiot. It's an acronym. ID means idiot. It's the first two letters of the word idiot. The word crime comes from the word crime, which is charge. It's Latin, okay? There is no harm. There is no victim, so there is no crime. Okay, an offence is subjective. An offence is subjective, but I have a fucking last name. I have a family, and it's none of your fucking business.
Now, failing to identify and provide identification.
Go for a cunt. I'm going to take your fucking house to the private prosecution, and I can. Oh, you hurt me now. I'm not resisting.
I'm putting you in handcuffs because you are very aggressive.
Because you're breaking the law.
No,
you're
I'm not.
operating the speed camera and what's operating the vehicle. Both of you were. And I recorded you, and now you're committing another crime by stopping me from gathering evidence against you and a private prosecution. No. Don't turn the handcuffs.
No.
I'm not moving my feet. I'm irate because you are committing a crime.
Stop yelling.
No, I'm not, because you're committing a crime, and I'm letting everyone know you're committing a crime.
We'll take him back. Because he's not going to identify himself.
I've identified myself as Joseph.
Joseph, what's your last name, mate?
That's my fucking name.
Joseph.
No, I will not give you. I will not give you subjective construct joinder.
Okay.
I'm not a citizen.
Playing this game.
I'm not. What does the word resident mean? What does the word resident mean? It means fucking slave, you idiot. Res means slave in Latin. It means chattel in Latin and slave in Hebrew. I'm learning 3 fucking languages, you cunt. Not to be nice to you, take your fucking house.
Stop swearing at me.
It's not a crime.
It is.
It's not a crime.
Mate, you're playing
It's not a crime.
You're in a fantasy
It's not
land.
a fucking crime.
You're in a fantasy
You're
land.
not legally qualified, so you can't offer any legal advice, you fucking retard. You're under the Protected Persons Act, you fucking cunt.
Okay, well you're now getting charged with offensive language because I've warned you plenty of times.
It's in the English dictionary. Go and arrest the Oxford fucking dictionary.
Mate,
It
we're
means
out in public. You've got
I'm
people
using a
walking
dictionary
past.
as a reference material.
people over there,
You're committing
people
a
here.
crime. If you're raping me and I'm swearing and saying you're fucking raping me, you don't arrest the guy for swearing. You arrest the guy for committing the crime. You fucking retard.
Okay.
You are a fucking minnow in a fucking sea of intelligence, mate. Committing a crime whilst operating a motor vehicle, operating a speed camera. Threatening. Yes, mate.
Okay, mate. Look your window down?
No, thank you. What's the problem?
Put the window down, please.
Excuse me, this is my property. The conversation's been recorded.
I don't give you permission to record my voice, mate. Turn it off.
Excuse me, I've been on... Hang on a sec, mate. I'll call you back. Mate, I've spoken to the Deputy Police Commissioner and he said it's my lawful right to protect myself by having some...
Alright, you can produce your driver's license to start with.
What's the reason you pulled me over for?
I'm checking your driver's license at this point. Produce your driver's license, please.
What's the reason for the unlawful stop? In the Constitution, it says in Australia, I have the lawful right to travel across this land without being harassed or intimidated.
Yeah, and you have to produce a driver's license when requested, so please do so.
Driving is being employed to operate a vehicle on the highway for commerce.
Right, if you fail to produce your driver's license, mate, you can be arrested, so I suggest you...
Am I being detained?
You will be if you don't produce your
Excuse me, don't threaten me. I'm just asking you a simple question. I'm not being aggressive. And I don't trust you, mate, because you've got a gun and you work for the Roman Catholic Church, mate. That's what police is, mate. It's polizia. It's Italian.
I'm not going to argue about what you think, mate. I just want to see your driver's license.
Well, what's the problem, mate?
The problem is you're not producing your driver's license.
You need to pull me over for a reason, mate.
I can check your vehicle for defects and I can see whether you're a licensed driver now. Please do so.
This is an automobile, mate. The guy who invented it called it an automobile. The government calls it a vehicle so they can extort money out of people, okay? I'm not trying to pick a fight with you, mate. I hope you have a nice day and I don't stress you out. But, mate, this is an automobile. That's the technical definition. A vehicle is anything over 4.5 tonne or 10,000 pounds. That's UCC, Unified Commercial Code. That's what the court operates under. UCC...
Just give me your driver's license, mate, or you will be under arrest.
Mate, what's the reason for the stop? You have to have a lawful reason to interact with someone.
Yeah, checking the status of your vehicle and your driver's license.
There's nothing wrong with the vehicle, mate. It's a Mercedes-Benz.
Doesn't matter. I can do it any time I like. When there's
Mate, the tyres are brand new. The rims are brand new, okay? And you're not technically qualified to inspect the vehicle, mate.
Produce your driver's license or you're placed under arrest.
For what?
Failing to do so. I don't know who you are until you produce
It's not a criminal offence to not have a driver's licence.
Yes, no, it's not. It is not to have a driver's licence. It is.
It's not a criminal offence not to produce a driver's licence. It's a ticketable offence.
Obviously, you're Joseph Gavin.
So hang on a sec. It's a ticket, mate. You issue a ticket if someone doesn't have a driver's licence on them.
Yeah, how do I know who you are?
Sorry?
How do I know who you are?
Well, you haven't asked me yet, have you? Are you here to serve a summons, or are you using a driver's licence as a third-party reason to pull me over and harass me?
No.
You know how to serve something, mate. You turn up to the house and you deliver it.
I'm not going to argue with you any further. Produce your driver's licence or you're under arrest.
Produce my driver's licence or I'm under arrest.
Yeah.
I don't consent. I'm not saying I won't produce it. I'm saying I don't consent. I don't consent to unlawful search or seizure, mate.
You have to provide evidence that you have a New South Wales
I don't have to produce evidence if I'm an Australian citizen. Of course, this is Nazi Germany, mate. That's what the Nazis used to do. Seriously, mate.
What are the Nazis doing?
What are you going to do, stun gun me? Are you going to shoot me? Get your hand off your weapons, mate.
I haven't got anything on my weapon, you lunatic.
That's pepper spray. That's a weapon. Now you got your hand on your taser.
I've got my hand on my hip, mate.
It's a taser, mate. You're intimidating. Now you've opened the door.
You're driving a vehicle in New South Wales and you've just driven it and I've pulled you over. I need to see your driver's licence.
What's the reason? What's the reason, mate? What's the reason? Are you trying to serve summons on the side of the road?
I'll be doing that as well.
And using a driver's licence?
I will be doing that.
Mate, I know what the court case is. I'm turning up, mate.
I'm sure you will.
Huh?
Good.
What's the reason for the unlawful stop?
It's not an unlawful stop.
It is unlawful.
You're not. You're driving a car.
Do you know the difference between?
Pull you over every time to check the status of your license and your.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. You have to have a reason.
Go and ring your lawyer, whoever else you want to ring, and then you can sort it out later.
Mate, the state cannot make rules to take away human rights. It can't, mate. It physically can't.
So obviously you are, Joseph. I'll do some checks on you then via the vehicle. If you're confirming that's your name, is it? What's your name?
Do I have the right to silence? Do I have the right to silence?
You have the right to be arrested if you don't tell me your name.
Is that the Marine? What do you call it? What's the?
At the moment, you're saying you don't have a license to produce. So
I haven't said that at all. I said I don't consent.
You don't have to consent. You just have to do it.
No, I don't have to do anything, mate. It's a free country. You're a free man. No, it's not a free country. You've just told me. Hang on a sec. You've just told me that I. Repeat it.
I have you said on a New South Wales road, driving a New South Wales vehicle, and I'm allowed to check.
It's the Commonwealth. Any law that is in conflict with the Constitution.
I'll get another vehicle here, and we'll do it the hard way.
We'll do it the hard way, eh? Is that a threat? Is it? I'm giving you a licence. I'm not a threat, mate. I've never been a threat to a police officer in my life, even when I've been attacked.
Who's attacking you?
I had a
I don't know where this attitude came from, mate. All I'm trying to do
attitude.
is
Go
check
and look
your
on your
driver's
cops record, mate. My father, I've stopped police. Identify yourself. You've assaulted me. Don't push me.
Now, move
You
now.
push me.
Going now.
Don't push me. Don't push me.
What direction to
Oh,
this area?
don't push me. You've just assaulted me.
Don't jump into the phone booth.
Don't assault me. Don't assault me.
Move now, champ.
I want to speak to the duty officer. I want to speak to the duty officer now. I want to speak to the duty. You're pushing me again. Identify yourself. Identify yourself. Penrith Police Station.
My name's Senior Constable Thompson, mate. You've been given move on directions.
Is there a don't punch me. Is there a certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon? Does it comply with Imperial Acts Section 58 of the Constitution? You're a tough guy, aren't you, mate? You just punched me 3 times. You pushed me into the phone box. Identify yourself now. This is Penrith Police Station. Penrith Police Station. I've asked to speak to the duty officer. I was polite. I put the paper on your desk, as you can see, and they assaulted me several times.
You have to calm down.
I was calm until you started telling me what to do. I've been bashed against the fucking wall, right? I've been pushed into that. I want to speak to the duty officer. I've been assaulted by this man. He has not identified himself. He's required to identify himself now. There's a magistrate in the fucking Supreme Court right now. There's a magistrate in the Supreme Court right now.
Listen
He's
to me.
there because he's not following the rule of law.
Listen to me.
I want to speak to the duty officer and I'll lower my voice. I've been assaulted by this man. I've been assaulted trying to speak to the duty officer.
All right. You got to leave. Calm
I
down.
don't. There's no certificate of proclamation
Alright,
for the
you
move
think
on
you
order.
want a move on
There's
direction?
no certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon. The Queen,
Leave.
there is no Queen of Australia. They got rid of her. It's called the Australia Act 1985.
Go.
You guys are committing crimes. Where is he? This guy assaulted me several times.
Just leave.
I want to speak to the duty officer now. Identify yourself. Can I get people
My
identified?
name is Senior Constable Elliot.
Thank you, Senior
My
Constable. What's his
registered
name?
number is 35298.
Can I get his
I
details?
actually don't know his name.
Can you go and get it?
Don't tell me my name. If you listen, you know it.
I've asked to speak to the duty officer, mate. You just got to. You're literally.
Get that out of my face.
It's not in your face. You walked into my person's face. There's my arm. Look, my arm goes way past your head.
I've already told you. I'll tell you again. I'll tell you again if you shut up.
Huh?
Okay?
What is it?
Stop talking.
You're going to tell me to shut up, mate. You don't fucking tell me to shut up. You're a servant.
There you go. You need to
Oh,
Stop using offensive language.
Huh? Are you trying to assault me? Are you trying to assault me?
Stop
Are you trying to
using
assault me?
language.
You walked into my person's space 2 feet away. Apparently, I forgot to hit record, so this is take 2. Apparently the planet's overpopulated. Penrith, Sydney, 60, 20. Perth, 4,000 odd k's. It's either 3,500 k's or 4,500 k's. I think it's 4.5. From here to Perth, it's like that. Actually, it's like that. All trees and brown grass and desert. But the planet's overpopulated. No, we get farmed into cities and packed in like rats. Oh, and here we have the filth. Whee! These guys come and harass me. Hello. You coming to speak to me? Hello? Are you guys coming to speak to me? I don't know. Why would you be here? Why would you be here? Sorry?
Because it's the state of New South Wales and it's my job to patrol it.
We're not in the state of New South Wales.
Yes, we are.
No, the state of New South Wales is a political subdivision and you can't be inside
You're one of those. See
you can't be inside a subjective construct, mate. You cannot be inside a subjective construct. You can't be inside a political subdivision, can you? Can you be inside a political subdivision? I'm asking you. I mean, you've got the pedophile slit-coat tartan on there. There's no such thing as a slit-coat tartan. Sovereign citizen. You're the one at the sovereign crown and you're working for a corporate entity. You're the sovereign citizen, you retard. That's what it means. It means you've got a crown corporation on your shoulder, but you're working for a foreign entity. You're a subdivision. You're a subdivision of the New South Wales Treasury Corporation, which is listed on USEC, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. You're both Freemasons, and you both know about that pedophile operating out of the police station, as well as the guy with the upside-down crucifix on his arm, which is Antichrist, it's satanic worship. And you just won't even blink because you know I'm right. I'm studying 3 languages, and one of them is Latin. Okay. Pedophile, slit-coat tartan, you're coming up here to hide so you can catch people and monetise their actions. Well, do you know what the word crime means? It's from the Latin word crime, which means charge. You've monetised our lives and it's illegal.
Just informing I'm recording our actions and comments.
I can see the torches. I was harassed by you guys 2 nights ago when you found out who I was. You just fucked off.
Okay, time for you to leave.
It's not time to me to leave. You don't have a certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon. It doesn't comply with the. No, you came here. I'm peacefully doing a recording, and you came with your noisy motorbikes, and I'm doing a private recording, and you're on private property as well. You don't own it. The council doesn't own it. They're not corporations, and don't threaten me. Don't tell me to move on. I was here peacefully going about my business, and you interrupted me with your motorbikes.
Civil to you.
You're not, mate. You're not. You call me a sovereign citizen. You've got a crown on your shoulder and you're claiming to be an Australian citizen. That's fucking treason. That's treason, you asshole. It's fucking treason. You know what treason means? Breach of trust. Breach of fucking trust. You interrupted me, you asshole. You guys can fuck off. This is common. You're corporate. Fuck off. If you don't know the difference, you're about to find out what did 60 senators quit in the last 2 months. Because we ain't eating your fucking Masonic cult shit anymore, you fucking retards. And you don't point tasers at centre of scene mass because you'll shut down an organ, heart, liver, lungs, kidney, spleen. Everything is an organ. If you shoot someone in the head and they know what I know and they take you into court with the private prosecution, you lose your fucking house, which is what I'm going to do with 4 arseholes, 5, 6, 7, 9 arseholes. You can fuck off and all. It's not swearing. Swearing is cursive and it's satanic. Fuck is in the English dictionary and it's used to emphasise a fucking point, you retard. You're treasonous. You fucking touch me, I'll do you for private prosecution.
Mate, you've heard you say.
No, I haven't. You can fuck off. I'm doing a recording here. This is private property. You're on private property. You're disturbing me going about my business privately.
Go to your recording, mate.
No, you're not going to fucking touch me. I'll do it for private prosecution. I'm doing one right now for the 3 assholes who threatened to hit me with their torch when I'm doing 50 kilometres an hour on the road. Minding my own fucking business.
Where am I threatening you with a torch?
You've got a gun, you've got a taser, and you've got a stab-proof vest.
It's all me, baby.
Are you a peace officer? No, you're a paramilitary organisation working for the Crown Corporation cult out of the city of fucking London, mate. District of Columbia, it's owned by the city of London. The District of Columbia is not part of the United States. These fictional conveyance of language to trick everyone into signing up to them. You can shake your head like a fucking retard, mate. I've got it all over you. Wayne Glue, barrister. David Walls just won a Crown case in the Supreme Court in Queensland. Everything you're doing is illegal. Rod Cullerton. In the chief, you can fuck off, mate. Chief, you got no certificate of proclamation for any of your legislation. And the 2 fucking retards when they're around Penrith police station fucked off!
You finished?
You don't scare me, mate. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not a threat. You're walking up within 2 feet of me. Hey, you can fuck off, mate. This is private property.
Where's your bell?
What do you think this is? If someone's going to run me over, I'm going to say, fuck off!
Okay.
You're threatening me with your presence. You are! Every time I interact with you guys, you try and fucking stun gun me.
You interrupt me.
Like,
Okay, cool.
No, I don't have to do anything you say, mate. You're a public servant.
Sorry for talking.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Mentally challenged.
No, I'm not, mate. I've had a psych evaluation, and they said I'm really pissed off by being accosted by foreigners. You're a foreign-owned entity, you fucking retard. Fuck off. I'm going to do my common law right and protect these Commonwealth citizens because Australia, the Commonwealth of Australia, is a concealed colony. A what?
Have you ever thought about hurting yourself? Have you ever hurt yourself?
Are you mentally retarded? Everything I've said you can't refute or rebut, and you wouldn't know the definition of those 2 fucking words, you cocksucking cunt. Now you're trying to use.
Okay, now it's just taking a different turn.
Now you're trying to use a subjective construct.
Sorry, what did you just say to me?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, what did you say to me? Our conversation actions are being recorded. Also, the last.
I know they've been recorded. I've told you everything you're doing is illegal. You have no certificate of proclamation for the legislation you're relying upon.
Mate,
I've called you every name under the sun.
Use that language.
What language? What language?
Okay,
what language? What language? It's English. It's English. It's English. It's English. You don't have a certificate of proclamation for anything that you're doing. You come in here, you threaten people with your guns, you intimidate people. You've converted these men and women into persons, individuals. Serious fucking issues. I haven't seen my kid in 3 fucking years because you pricks turned up and says he's going to be a criminal if you stay with him any longer. Really? Really? Criminal? The only people I've ever attacked are people who try to hurt me. That's not attacking, mate. That's defence. And you can't shirk anything I'm fucking saying because it's the truth. And the truth will set you free. You're nothing but a bunch of pedophiles. No, mate, no. You guys don't even say, oh, look, mate, I can't do anything about that guy. I can't do anything. See, this is commercial activity. This is commercial activity. In common law, in English law, you can't use subjective constructs to say someone's harmed anyone or will harm anyone. It's called a pre-crime. Do you know what a pre-crime is? It's called a subjunctive construct, you fucking retard. Family Law Court, mate, the largest defathering institution in Australia, and you guys actively tell mothers to lie. Actively tell mothers to lie. 2 AVOs, which are about to get squashed, were used against me to try and get my kids away from me. And then when she goes to the Family Law Court, hang on, even the magistrate said, there's nothing here. Until I said common law and they kicked me out. Oh, I'm mad. I'm fucking mad. Of course I'm fucking mad. I'm pissed off. I've got these foreigners in this country, in the Commonwealth. And you're all Masons. You're all child fucking Masons.
I'm about to leave, so I'll just tell you, obviously, what Constable Galate was offering you is your chance to give your version about what happened, because our victims aren't coming in till tomorrow.
I understand.
So this gives you your chance to lock in your version about what happened.
I understand. Now, you're claiming trespass, and I'm saying they had my keys and my paperwork, and I couldn't leave until I had either. Right? That will negate. Hang on a sec. That will negate the trespass. Once I said they're calling the police, I said I'm just hanging around for the police now because I don't want to run away. I don't want to stand and have more. And I didn't threaten anyone at all in any station. I recorded the whole conversation. Now,
well, that's I'm telling you honestly, that is how the job came over.
No, that's fine.
That's why you would have seen police rushing there.
That is fine. Now, the other thing I'm trying to tell you, I'm talking to you here right now. The other thing I'm trying to tell you is that once he grabbed my arm, I said, "Take your hand off me. You have no right to touch me." He went to squeeze, and I said, "Take your hand off me now, or I will remove it."
What were they going to do with you? Why were they grabbing you?
Well, no, because I'm talking like this now. I'm not kidding you. At this level...
You just said he had your hand, he was grabbing it. Why was he grabbing you? Because I would be wanting you to leave. So why is he grabbing you?
He didn't say leave. He said, come over here, mate. And what it was is I'm talking to you at this tone right now, on this level, which is nothing wrong with it, but he doesn't want the customs to hear there are problems wrong with their cars. Dangerous problems. And the problem is you guys are looking after businesses and not looking after people. And you're under your oath. Sorry, under your oath, you're obliged to protect my rights and my property.
We're offering you the chance to come and give your version, so we know your version.
I'm happy to go to court and play the recording because I've done nothing wrong except make complaints. I had someone get in within arm's reach. I asked him to take a step back. I feel uncomfortable. He didn't even introduce himself.
Okay, so why don't you want to give your version now? You're not under arrest. It's you coming in and giving your version about what happened.
I'm happy to let you listen to the recording. Right?
I've just told you, I'm just about
I don't need to say anything. All you need to do is listen to the recording.
Yep. What I've just explained to you before is that job came over as a priority job that a person was threatening.
I'm not a person.
Staff.
I'm not a person.
Can you just listen to me?
I'm not trying to be rude.
Tell you what the job was.
Don't get angry with me.
I'm trying to tell you how the job came over.
I'm a man. Okay. Do you know Black's Law Dictionary?
Do you want to give your version or not? Are you filming me now?
Yes.
Because if you don't have permission to film me,
I don't need your permission under common law. I don't.
You do.
I don't. I'm protecting myself.
You're not allowed to film people like that.
Sorry?
You're not allowed to.
What's that?
You're not allowed
What's
to
that?
be filming me. I do not give you permission to be filming me.
I'm recording myself. Okay, I'm turning it sideways.
And you should know under counter-terrorism and
there's no counter-terrorism here. I'm not a terrorist. I'm Irish. I'm Irish. No.
Hand over your phone.
No.
Hand over your phone.
Had this guy chased me down for about 500 metres, JUS 75, black bike, Asian rider, pursued me for 500 metres, flipping me off, all kinds of stuff. He was way behind me when I overtook a car, pulls up alongside me, cracks the shits with me, and then keeps flipping me off, waves me off, pull over on the side of the road. Wouldn't pull. I didn't pull over for about 500 metres. Finally, he pulls over. I pull over. So what's your problem? Leans in, starts fucking eyeballing me, and does the whole clenched teeth thing. I'm just filming the conversation, mate. I started a channel called Cop Watch. If you're wording him up to get him to lie, I don't know, mate. I don't know if you're a Freemason or whatever. Mate, if you're asking him questions, mate, I'm fine. I'm within the confines of the truck. I'm just making sure you're not wording him up. I started a channel called Cop Watch. The New South Wales Police are committing acts of treason every day. You're not there in your own. You've got the Roman wreath. You've got the Knights of Malta cross. Okay. And your eyes are bloodshot like fuck. On it? Huh? No way, mate. That's not fucking tired, mate. You're on something. I'm happy to film from 5 metres away as long as I can see you're not wording him up.
I'll grab your license and
Yeah, I'll get it for you. You want now?
Are you visiting or a permanent resident in New South Wales? What's the contact number?
I can't hear, sorry.
What's the contact number we can
0427 892900.
8929
00. Can I just grab your details, mate?
Senior Constable Valet.
What's your first name, mate?
Senior Constable Valet.
That's not a name, mate. Read your birth certificate. That's not a name, mate. It's not.